Emotional plea for help.
Investigators say this is a murderer.
Shelby Thornburg turned heads everywhere she went.
She was just drop dead gorgeous to me.
She had dreams of becoming a model.
She wanted to do right by her life. She wanted to become something.
But then, the 20-year-old was viciously murdered.
This was a very forceful slash across the neck.
Investigators scrambled to make sense of a grisly crime. Was the killer someone Shelby knew? Or was she targeted by a serial killer with a taste for cold-blooded murder?
The person went there with the sole intention of murdering Shelby.
Does this security footage hold the key to solving the crime?
He was walking out just like he was proud of what he had just done.
Who was this mystery man? And is he responsible for Shelby's death? Haunting questions. What really happened to Shelby Thornburg? Shelby Thornburg was the kind of person who had a good word for everybody.
No matter how bad her day went, if she could help somebody, she would try helping somebody.
Shelby grew up in a broken household in rural Texas. She was neglected and abused, says her older sister Christina, and the two bounced between foster homes for much of their childhood.
I grew up, not just her being my sister, but I raised my sister for the majority of her life.
For years, Shelby battled depression and obesity.
Shelby was never happy being overweight, but yet she put on a smile.
At one point, she was in the 300s, and I kept telling her, you have to do something.
She eventually did, and lost around 180 pounds.
She was my hero because she went from being this person who didn't have a high self-esteem to where she loved herself.
Shelby dreamed of starting a new life and headed to the bright lights of Houston. She found a boyfriend, moved into this luxury high-rise, and plotted her career.
She wanted to be a model. She wanted to be the big person that everybody wanted to be you.
But before becoming a model, she wanted to get a tummy tuck to remove excess skin after all her weight loss. To pay for it, she became a high-end escort.
She did tell me, I'm not going to be doing this forever. It's just good money.
She wanted to better herself, but the thing was, she was doing it in the wrong manner. We had told her over and over that it could put her life in jeopardy.
On the evening of November 4th, 2015, Shelby's aunt texted her around 8 p.m. Shelby was about to meet a client at her apartment.
I said, can you talk? And she said, no, I'm working. And I told her I loved her, but she never responded back.
Less than 2 hours later, Shelby hadn't responded to her boyfriend's calls either, so he went to check on her. He found a bloody mess.
What is your emergency?
Someone's dead. Someone has killed my girl.
Shelby's sister got a call at 4 a.m.
The woman said, are you Christina Scott? I said, yes, ma'am, I am. She said, I'm sorry to inform you that your sister has passed away.
She raced to Houston, desperately hoping it was all a terrible mistake.
When I had went to her apartment, that was a bloody, bloody, bloody scene. After I found my sister's ID, I knew it wasn't a dream, and it hit me.
Police said they found Shelby face down on the bed with a horrific slash across her throat.
It appears to be a left to right cut by a right-handed individual that cut deep into her neck all the way to the bone. Due to the nature of her injury, she died immediately.
But not before she put up a fight.
There were defensive wounds that were found on her hands and her shoulder.
I can only imagine what was going through her little head when it was happening.
Police say the killing was carefully planned and executed. The murderer left no fingerprints, and only a trace of DNA was found on Shelby's body. It hasn't yielded any leads.
The suspect took several steps to conceal his identity and keep evidence from us.
Shelby's sister immediately suspected the boyfriend, who she blamed for drawing Shelby into the escort business. Police interviewed him 3 times.
Shelby's boyfriend had an alibi, and we did check out that alibi, and it did corroborate his story that he told us.
Months went by, and Shelby's loved ones grew desperate for answers. Then, a major development in the case.
He was walking out just like he was proud of what he had just done.
4 months after Shelby's murder, police released this surveillance video from the lobby of her building.
I don't think the suspect knew the camera was there. Just the location of the camera, it shows the suspect entering the apartment building and then taking the elevator up and then later coming down and exiting the building while wearing what appears to be sunglasses and with his hands in his pocket.
The grainy video provided police with a physical description of the suspect, and they pored over every frame for possible clues.
I think maybe the fact that one of his hands was in his pocket as he left the building may have indicated that maybe something happened to that hand and he wanted to hide that.
Shelby's loved ones hoped it was the breakthrough they needed.
Yeah, it's blurry, but you can see the receding hairline. You can see he's got dark hair. You can see his body shape. You can see his facial features.
It still hasn't generated a solid tip, but police were able to trace the suspect's number found on Shelby's phone and are certain he was in contact with her in the minutes before the murder.
This is in line with the timestamps on Shelby's phone and the suspect's phone as far as their incoming and outgoing calls and text messages.
At 8:06 p.m., the suspect texted Shelby saying, "I'll be there in 20 minutes." "Okay," she replied a minute later. Then at 8:33 p.m., he arrived at her building and texted, "Hey, I'm here." The next minute, he's seen walking into the lobby, still checking his phone. Then at 8:40 p.m., Shelby texted her boyfriend one word, "Good," which he told police was their code word that everything was okay. 17 minutes later, police believe Shelby is dead, and the man walks calmly out of the building.
The suspect wasn't walking any faster than usual, however, he did go straight to the exit.
There's no evidence this man had been a client of Shelby's before, but his call records revealed he'd been hunting for a certain type of woman online.
The suspect appeared to be looking for a specific type of individual, and that would be most likely somebody that he could easily overpower, in this case, a petite white female with blonde hair.
When police tried to track him down through his number, they ran into a problem.
The phone that the suspect used to contact Shelby was a phone that you can purchase without, providing any information, and you can pay cash.
That level of planning and the fact that he walked out of Shelby's apartment without a visible drop of blood on him makes police believe he could be a serial killer or a hitman.
I don't think your average person could do something like that and just stroll out of a building so nonchalantly.
2.5 years later, Shelby's family is still searching for answers, but the loneliness is the hardest part for Christina, and that's the punishment she wants for her sister's killer.
I do not want the killer to have the death penalty. I want him to suffer every day. I want him to feel the loneliness because without my sister, I feel lonely.
Follow Still a Mystery for new episodes and updates.